So, you want to build better decks in Magic the Gathering Arena. That's actually pretty easy, and I will show you how to do it in a very quick way. One of the things that you want to do is to first of all give a look at the starter decks, because they are quite nicely built. My suggestion for the beginning is to modify these starter decks, so you can add a few cards and remove the ones that you don't like, and so on. This is going to give you a better feel in what you like and what you don't like in a specific deck, and this is a process that you can also replicate once you build your first decks. So you try you try a bunch of things and keep what works best. My suggestion is to always, like the starter decks, build, especially at the beginning, decks that are not built to scale up and win as fast as possible, or to and what I mean by that, to not just win as fast as possible like red decks, but I mean it in a way to just rank higher and just win lots of times, because sometimes you will find opponents that destroy you, and things can change later on in the ranking. So build decks that you like and that work, and then that at the beginning especially, that are all around balanced. Now I will show you a deck that I built, and I think it's not particularly strong, but it wins. I reached gold without losing that many times, and it is still centered around a team in a strong way, but it's still also overall balanced. If you can see here, there's lots of test IDs by 2, but there is a trick, and it's actually a 5 or more in certain situations. But you can see there are some creatures that this allows for blocking and attacking, and lots of non-creatures. So this is mostly a control deck. You can either build a deck usually that attacks with big creatures or lots of creatures, or one that kind of destroys everything. This destroys everything. Now, this card destroys everything, and this also destroys the weaker creatures. So this gives a lot of room for movement. This also destroys, but it's also a late game card that allows you to just get back creatures from the graveyard. And the overall theme is 1, 2, and 3 cards. And what they do is you keep gaining 1 life, and the opponent keeps losing 1. So, for example, I move this here. There are also ways and other effects that are nice, but overall the theme is I keep gaining life and the opponent keep losing. And in the meantime, I just have to gain time. And how I do it is by using these blockers, which are weak, but allowing you to gain life. And this one especially, so they cannot cast 1 or more creatures. So that I have a theme at the center, and some cards that actually allow me to help and slowing down the opponent until I won. And in case this can also deal damage, these cards are cards for destroying stuff, either everything or center things. So as you see, there is a center team, something to strengthen the team and control a bit the board, and some creatures for, in certain cases, attacking. This is a 2/3, but it can become a 4/4. But it's also nice to block early creatures. This is also nice because it's kind of hard to get rid of, and it keeps attacking, and it's a big creature. And it also is kind of weak, but it also gains time, and it plays well with this card. So overall, as you see, it's a little bit balanced. Now, it's of course tilted towards destroying cards and controlling the board, but overall, as you see, there is a theme and some cards play along with it. I usually recommend a couple of creatures that are very strong, and most of the other creatures that are a few weak and medium, like 2 or 3, so that you will have something to play in basically most situations. Then in every deck, no matter what, a couple of destroyers, and then the rest geared towards your team. Then you make some changes, you try what it works, what doesn't, and hopefully you will have fun. And that is it. That is how I like personally to build decks in Magic the Gathering Arena, and I hope that I gave you a few tips on how to make better decks yourself. I hope you found this video useful. Leave a comment below, subscribe, and see you next time.